The next category is happiness. So think about the adult female first who influenced your life when you were growing up. What do you think she would say about happiness as it's associated with money? Would she say something like, well, I'm happy, but it's because I'm willing to settle because I don't believe you can have more? Or whatever it is that you think that she would say. Happiness as it's associated with money, the adult female who influenced you when you were growing up. Pause the video, write that statement down now. And now the adult male who influenced your life when you were growing up. What would he say about happiness associated with money? Would he say something like, well, you don't need money to be happy, but it sure helps? What is it that you think he would say about happiness associated with money? Pause the video, write that down now. And the last one for the happiness category is about you. What do you believe about happiness as it's associated with money for you? Is it something like, I have to have money to be happy, but I just don't have enough? What is it about happiness associated with money for you? Pause the video and write that statement down now. Beliefs in self-worth is the next category. Self-worth as it's associated with money. So these would be things like, the amount of money I have proves to the world what my worthiness is. It could be something like that. Or it might be something like, if I have a lot of money, it proves to myself that I am somebody. So you may have to think about this a little bit, but self-worth as it's associated with money. And the first statement you're going to write will be what you believe that adult female who influenced your life when you were a kid would have said about self-worth. Pause the video and write that down now. Now, self-worth as it's associated with money for the adult male who influenced your life when you were growing up. What do you think he would have said, or what do you think his belief would be around self-worth as it's associated with money? Pause the video, write that statement down now. And now for yourself. What is your belief around self-worth as it's associated with money? Pause the video, write that down now. The next category is going to be beliefs around career fulfillment. What kind of advice do you remember hearing from those adults when you were a kid? Would it be something like, take the job with the biggest amount of bucks because it doesn't matter if you like it or not, but you're going to need the money. So even if you hate the job, take the one that has the most money. Or could it be something like, you better go to school for lots and lots of years so you can get the best job? Or would it be something like, well, you know, if you only do what you love, you're going to struggle. So think about this a little bit. The category is career fulfillment. And when you were a kid, what kind of advice do you remember getting? So first, it's going to be the adult female who influenced your life. What would she say or what would she advise in terms of career fulfillment? Stop the video, write that down now. Next, what would the male adult in your life who influenced you the most when you were a kid say about career fulfillment? Think about that, pause the video, and write that down. And finally, for this category, think about yourself. What do you think you need to do in terms of career fulfillment? Pause the video, write that short statement down. The last category is about what you think your place in the world should be. So this would be about things that you would have heard from other people about what they think your place in the world should be. And it's also going to be around what you believe your place is in the world. So let me give you some examples. It's around how you're expected to conduct yourself. So if you're a woman, it could be something like, well, always be submissive to the husband because he's the one who pays the bills. That's your place in the world. That may be some advice you would have heard when you were a kid. Or it might be something like, well, you need to pay your own way. Don't depend on anyone because you have to be self-sufficient. You can't trust anyone. Now, if you're a male, it might be that you heard something like this. Always take care of your family because the woman shouldn't have to work. That's what's expected of you. That's your place in the world. Or it could be something like this. You're never going to be as good as someone else, so just do the best that you can because only a few people get to the top. You need to be realistic. That's what your place is in the world. So you get the idea that this is about expectations and beliefs about what your place in the world is. So think about the adult female who most influenced your life when you were a kid. And what do you think she would say about what your place in the world is? Pause the video and write that down. Now think about the adult male who most influenced your life when you were a kid. What would he say that your place in the world should be? Think about that, pause the video, and write that down. And finally, the very last thing you'll have to write down for this part. It's about you. What do you think your place is in the world? Think about that, pause the video, and write that down.